I had a search for the QSL cards which I had received during my first stint on AM radio decades back. These are the precious ones I could fish out from my Almira. I think I had a few more which are not traceable. Those were the days when logbook of the world had not been invented. All these were received directly. The ones which were received through ARSI QSL Bureau seems to have been lost. If I remember correct, that was definitely a larger collection. These QSL cards belong to the era in which I was operating CWAM with a homebrew 3x807 vacuum tube TX and Philips Prestige BC RX. Horizontal dipole antenna was on top of coconut trees and the coax was 75 ohms TV cable. No SWR meter either. But the pipe tank of the TX was tuned to resonance. 589 report from Kilo 3 Zulu Oscar in Maryland, USA was a great report for me. As you can see, it is gray line propagation early in the morning at 0035 Zulu. Of course, his 3-element Yagi for 40 meter at a height of 27 meter would have been the major contributor to that signal report rather than my simple dipole. One more from Maryland, USA, this time with a 559 report, and the timing was about half an hour earlier. You may note my old call sign VU2 Juliet Foxtrot Papa in the top left corner. Wonder how he could find it out in those days when QRZ.com was not there, nor even internet or home computers in my region. Maybe there was some physical call book which I had no access to. This one from Japan is a bit odd. It shows my old call sign well at the top, but the mode and band were ones which I did not have access to at home in those days. In those days, I used to operate from my friends' shacks whenever I visit a city for some other reason. Most likely, this is one of those contacts on 21 MHz using SSB mode. Just remembering some of my friends from whose QTH I operated, VU2 NYR silent key, who was my Elmer, VU2 MKS silent key, VU2 KGB, and a few others I am unable to recall. Another important QSL card which I have from the VU7 APR DExpedition in 1989. Though the mode is noted as 2 into SSB, most likely it was AM from my side. The operator was my good old friend VU2 Juliet Oscar Sierra. We both started with homebrew VU2 VWN QRP way back in 1985, and he still has the log of our first QSO. But this QSO would have been with my 3x807 TX with 120 watt DC input. This QSL card is unique in more than one ways. The card commemorates World Amateur Radio Day 2001. It is from a VHF FM repeater VU2 Bravo Charlie Mike. That would have been during the morning net which I used to check in regularly in those days. Now, from a different location, I do not have access to VU2 BCM repeater. In those days, I had a 7-element VHF Yagi given to me by my friend VU2 Foxtrot Whiskey. Though I made a 7-element VHF Yagi in 2023, VU2 BCM repeater was not active at that time. Later, I dismantled that Yagi for favor of my Moxon Yagi for satellite operations. As the Moxon Yagi has just 2 Moxon elements for VHF, I am not able to reach up to VU2 BCM repeater at 128.4 kilometers now.